Hello there, everybody. You might notice by the less good video quality that I'm recording this closer to night than day, just because, I don't know. Apparently, there's just a thing with the lighting in this room where it gets less good video quality uh, during the nighttime. But less good is kind of the topic of this video that I wanted to make. Just because I'm seeing some things very prevalently on the internet. It might be my FYP, it might just be that this shit is prevalent at the moment. But yeah, welcome to Ranting, Raving, and Flaming, where I'm dipping in a bit more to the flaming side of this stuff. And primary thing I want to talk about is hatred. Hatred, negative emotions, things of that nature, just things that you dislike with all of your whatever you have, and all of your brain, all of your arms, all of your, maybe I shouldn't say all of your arms, that might be kind of ableist. But regardless of that, I want to talk to you guys about hatred and why hatred is stupid. Here's the thing, I am not a hateful person. That said, there are some particular people and things which I hate. I never thought this lesson would need to be taught to anyone by some random stranger on the internet, but hating an individual is not equivalent to feeling hatred towards a demographic. For example, there's a person that is particularly hostile towards me, and I am in return particularly hostile towards them. Here's the thing, this person that I'm talking about is autistic. Does that mean I hate autistic people? No. You want to know why that doesn't mean I hate autistic people? Because I am an autistic person. Yeah, if the person I'm talking about is smart enough to understand that I'm talking about them right now and is watching this video, I don't know why you're watching my content, considering you're considerably hostile towards me, but in case you are, how's it going? Anyway, whatever. My point is, you can be disliking of certain people or even a certain group of people, and that doesn't mean that you just outwardly feel malice or hatred towards like a broader group of people that this small group of people is representing. Secondary example, I had some friends earlier in my high school career uh, that I was friends with pretty much all my life, and then freshman year of high school came around. And actually, before that, eighth grade and seventh grade, a lot of them were coming out as LGBTQ in some variation, whether it's bi, transgender, lesbian, any of those. So, here's the thing, those people ended up not being very good friends to me. Whether it was because of things that I did, things that they did, things that they did to people that weren't me that I still took offense to, we just stopped being friends. And quite frankly, it's pretty much water under the bridge, but I'm still, like, harboring some minor resentment. And based on my last interactions I've had with them, as are they. Now, does holding resentment towards a person who happens to be a member of the LGBTQ community make me homophobic? No, it does not. I am not homophobic. I have no problem with gay people, lesbians, transgender, bisexual, any of that. And I feel like I shouldn't even have to illustrate that point. But in case y'all want me to illustrate that point, I have neighbors who are like people who live down the street, like four houses down from me and across the street, who are a lesbian couple, and they are some of the most wonderful women that I have ever known to be my neighbors. Is that partially because they're very nice to me? Yes. Is that partially because they have an adorable dog? Also, yes. Is that because they paid me a considerable amount to weed their yard? Also, yes. Because they're good people. And being part of a demographic that I have had bad experience with in the past does not discredit them as individuals. In the same way that having a particular distaste towards certain people does not make a person hateful of an entire demographic or adjacent demographics. Now, you might be wondering, why am I making this video in the first place? Well, have any of you heard of TikTok ranters? Yes, the prompt for this video was TikTok ranters. Now, I'm not gonna say that ranters never say anything factual, because they do provide, like, actual information. Some are good people, some I would say are not good people. Some are just blatantly insufferable for me specifically to listen to. And that's because they make broad generalizations that are just incomprehensible. And I don't even know if they're joking about it, but partially because of my autism, I always go off of the assumption that people are taking that I am to take what people are saying at face value. So, like, if I just see a TikTok ranter saying some BS, like, I legit saw a video that was like, walking is racist. And I was like, what? What do you mean walking is racist? How can there be a racial connotation to an act committed by everyone of every race? Now, if you said walking is ableist, that's still a stupid fucking statement, but at least you can base it in some form of logic. Like, walking is offensive to people born without legs. Is that stupid logic? Yes, quite possibly, quite literally. Do people without legs legitimately get offended by people walking? I don't know. I don't have any friends missing legs. I've had friends and classmates have to have their legs be put in casts or boots due to athletic based injuries. And I have met people that don't have legs. But I'm pretty sure someone who doesn't have legs doesn't have the time to be hateful towards people simply for walking. Like, they have bigger concerns. I don't know. I don't know. I made a video earlier that I never posted. And when I say earlier, I mean legit last week. Like last week, Wednesday, when I uploaded my last, or before this one, my most recent Ranting Ravings and Flamings. I made a video but chose not to upload it because I was dehydrated and delirious and very like not cohesive with my thoughts, which I'm gonna be honest, I don't like to be that way. And part of what I brought up in that was the fact that in a social context, I don't really care about anything. That is to say, to me, it doesn't matter what your religion is, what your race is, what your ethnicity is, what your if you're disabled in any kind of way, if you're I don't know, if you're chronically depressed. None of that matters to me in the context of my relationship with other people, and that is because I base my like it's because I base like my opinions of people on like things that I observe them do as individuals. Like, here's an example. If I get to know someone really well and I think they're a good person and a nice person, and then later on I find out that they're, I don't know, Catholic or something, do I somewhat hold a bit of distaste for Catholicism? I don't know, kind of, but like, is that stink going to stick to this person who I have just spent probably multiple days being friends with? No. Contrastingly, if some guy comes up to me and says, "Hey, I'm Catholic. Would you like to join my church?" That is a terrible first impression because you are trying to impress me with something that I do not care about in terms of personal relationships. This video has been going on for 12 minutes, 39 seconds, and I just gotta say, don't be hateful, but above that, do not assume other people are hateful because they don't like you. Because the thing is, when it comes to people in general, I don't know, I can speak for myself. I can't speak for anyone in a unique situation, but speaking purely for myself, most of the time, at least if they're good people, they don't care about you based on a basis of physical attributes or uh, mental aspects or religion or anything like that. Their opinion of you is forged in their knowing you. This has been Ranting, Raving, and Flaming. This is a bit more of a deep thing than I have gone for in the past, but I hope I don't get canceled because that would really suck for my Flames Warframes videos. But yeah, everyone have a good night. Uh, leave a like on this video, subscribe to my channel if you want more content. Maybe leave a comment on this video responding to something I said if you found it particularly distasteful. You're not, you're probably not going to change my opinions, but I would like feedback. And that is my time. I will see you guys later.